Hi, I'm DJ Particle. We're going to take a little detour from Mystery Science Theater for a little while and talk about a little bit about during the hiatus years of 1999 through 2000 through 2016. So a lot of people were aching for their fix, and most of that fix came in the form of the old crew of Mystery Science Theater. As you know, Mike Nelson, Kevin Murphy, and Bill Corbett first did the film crew, which was a little more like Mystery Science Theater, in which they were tasked with making DVD commentaries for a mysterious Bob Honcho, well, who was supposed to be Bob Rhino, but Jim Mallon said, well, you could either do Mystery Science Theater or the film crew, not both. God, I'm glad Jim Mallon's not part of that equation anymore. But since they couldn't finish doing that, they did do a few episodes of the film crew, but then they started, well, at least Mike started, and then brought the other two on for what would later be known as Rifftrax. But we're not here to talk about Rifftrax. Now, conversely, another crew, Joel, Trace, Frank, Josh, Mary Jo, they got together and did a movie riffing series, which lasted, I think, 14 episodes and several live shows. And although not quite as popular as Rifftrax, it did have its following, and it was called Cinematic Titanic. And like Mystery Science Theater, like the film crew, it was basically riffing on the movie with host segments in between. But we're not here to talk about Cinematic Titanic either. We are here to talk about a fan production, probably the most significant of the fan productions to come out during that hiatus time. And the premiere of this fan production started in 2008. Now, this is called Incognito Cinema Warriors XP. I'm DJ Particle, and this is MSTie Review. So, what is Incognito Cinema Warriors XP anyway? Well, basically, the premise is a paramilitary officer from a group called Corpse, who are tasked with killing zombies. Yes, it's the zombie apocalypse. He loses his squadron, takes refuge in a theater, only to find out that it is staffed by a couple of robots and the evil Dr. Blackwood. And let me tell you something. This series does have a cult following. It is the most significant of the fan. That's the second time I've said that, because I love this series. I really love this series. But as you know, there is one episode that you cannot get anymore. Well, unless you know the super secret way to get it. Psst. Hang around the ICWXP groups on Facebook. Someone will eventually spill the beans on how you can get a hand on this episode. But let me tell you something. Creator Rikk Wolf basically said, I will bribe you to not review this episode. Well, Rick, if you are watching, you may be surprised at what I'm going to have to say about this episode. I'm serious. Now, let me tell you, it does a great job with its premise as Rick settles in and meets the bots.
You're gonna have to pay for that, buddy.
Whoa! I can't believe you picked lemon heads. They're so disgusting.
Man. Wait, what was that?
This thing's in the armpit of the candy world.
Ew.
Show yourselves!
Jesus, take it easy, doll.
There we go. Personally, I've always thought it's much better with the lights on.
Oh dear Lord, there's a laugh track.
Great, I've died and gone to a low-budget kiddie show. What the crap are you guys?
What the crap are you?
Yeah.
I'm Commander Rikk Wolf with United States Special Operations Unit Corps.
Corpse? What's that stand for? Corpulent Obese Repugnant People Society?
Actually, it stands for Command of Reanimate Processing and Suppression, smart guy. What are you guys?
Well, If you must know, I'm Topsy 5000, a concession stand bot and total chick magnet. My head is a working popcorn machine, and my torso dispenses delicious frozen drinks.
And his arms don't work.
And my arms don't work. Wait, hey, suck my defroster circuit, bitch.
And my name is Johnny Cylon, and I am the resident usher bot. I make sure old ladies get to their seat, horny teenagers aren't defiling the back rows, and occasionally kicking out a drunken wino or two.
Do you know where I can get to a phone or even a radio, anything like that? My communist trash.
Sorry, the phone line got cut after Dr. Blackwood started racking up hefty bills from the sultry super slut seductress hotline.
Anyway, yeah, Rikk is pretty hosed. And by the way, those two bots, the silver one is named Johnny Cylon. He's kind of an usher bot. And the red one is Topsy Bot 5000, and he dispenses snacks. I mean, his head is a popcorn container. His torso is a drink dispenser. Yeah, he dispenses snacks. But yeah, Rikk is pretty hosed.
For anyone monitoring this frequency, this is Commander Rikk Wolf of the United States Special Operations Unit Corps. My squad has been killed and I've taken cover in an abandoned movie theater on 5th Street. I need immediate evac, over.
There was a pep rally on my route and the girls aren't feeling too good.
You bastard, I thought you said no survivors.
They're not survivors, they're cheerleaders. How can you be so selfish, man? The new world is gonna need little ones to grow up and bring us funky school spirit. And I'm just the guy to make sure that happens.
You land that helicopter now.
I'm going down, boys.
Oh, Jesus! He's coming down right on top of us.
My God. No!
No use, there's too many of them. Head for Theater 6, it's the only place they can't get to.
And so now they've gone into the theater, and they pretty much, they don't even wait for the shorts to start before they start with the riffing.
So this is where the 50s went to die.
Well, what do you suggest we do, Lieutenant Commander Data?
What we need to do is just find some
We can't just
materials
sit
and
here.
just build a bridge
Really want to
over
get out of
it.
here.
We're not going to go away.
Some kind of
We'll make some
vehicle and break
materials.
the
We'll take them
walls.
out.
I saw a lawnmower outside. We can rig up a
Plasma
harness
bands.
and strap it to my
You gotta
chest
shoot
and
these
just take him out.
Who the devil are you?
Is that you, Dr. Blackwood?
Yes? Who's there? You're with that collection agency. I've never heard of the Sultry Super Slut Seductions Hotline, and you won't get a dime from me.
Doc, it's us. It's Topsy and Johnny.
So it is. Now, why are you in the theater, and why are you with this security guard?
Well, Doc, in case you haven't heard, the dead have risen.
From the grave.
And human flesh is what they crave.
The world's overrun with zombies, Doc, and Rainbow Six here is the janitor.
Zombies, you say? I always thought it would be Martians. No matter. The theater is more than safe from where I sit, and from where you inferiorities sit as well, so long as I permit you, that is. Sorry?
Yes, this, or that I should say, was Dr. Blackwood. He's basically the mad of this series. And if you get the comic books for ICWXP, yes, there are comic books. You find out later on that Dr. Blackwood is working for some super secret organization that also oversees the goings on at Deep 13. Yeah, it gets kind of weird, and they don't actually say that in the show itself. So it's just kind of an aside. And this is where Rikk is really hosed.
I will allow you to occupy my stupendous, and let us not forget, safe movie theater in exchange for a little assistance.
Oh, well, how may we assist you?
I'm glad you asked. You must watch the theater's entire supply of movies. Sorry?
Oh, well, that doesn't sound too bad.
Bride of the Gorilla.
Bride of the Gorilla.
Bride of the Gorilla. I'll be monitoring your mental state in reaction to the film the entire time. It'll only be a matter of time before you go completely stalkers. Sorry?
The movie Dr. Blackwood gives him here is called Bride of the Gorilla, and it is a major schlock fest from 1951. One of those, one of those general monster movies. There's not so much a mad scientist, but a mad witch who specializes in transmogrification of. Yeah, it's perfect riff fodder. It really is. And so, the question is, how well do this crew, this fan-based production, how well is their riffing? Let me tell you something. Spot on. Seriously, spot on. I'm serious. I mean, before I get into the clips, I am going to tell you. The quality of the riffs in this are about equal to about midway through Mystery Science Theater 3000. It's that good. This was another instance of I had a hard time deciding what clips I wanted to use from this one. That's how good. It was like rapid fire. And some may say that this is ICWXP's KTMA. No, this is better than any of the MST3K KTMAs. Seriously, because you could tell they poured their heart in this. They poured their soul in this. They watched this movie numerous times. They squeezed every last joke they could find, and it is hilarious. It's a riot. Oh, and they also do a couple shorts.
Loved with fierce, demanding passion.
I'm Howard Cosell.
Lindsay Lohan's behind the wheel again.
Tonight on Criminal Minds.
Get yourself some now.
There's a finger in there!
Freshman to stand.
Give in to my violent Italian propaganda. Look, folks, even more people you don't give a crap about.
As young as day, as old as time.
So the jungle's Charo.
Built to shelter generations of Van Gelders.
And occasionally Van Halen from the looks of it.
Prey to the powers of the
Lucy, I'm home.
Oh, right. Which one of you dressed me like
I
this?
was looking for you, Bonnie. It's his low blood pressure. You can hardly hear his heartbeats.
I can hardly hear your dialogue.
Get that close to his heart.
But I know where to find wisdom.
Come on, I'll show you my new wisdom divining rod. I got it from Sportsman's Guide.
Shadow Ninja attack!
There it is. And the operation to remove our ass cheeks is complete. Ass cheeks. Ass cheeks. You around here, boy? Hey!
Huh? Oh, you knocked the snake right out of my mouth.
You can't come in here.
Then why did you open the door?
Not strong enough to bring charges against you.
So why are we here?
These leaves.
They're what we make our handcuffs out of, and we're fresh out.
Nato realized he was in trouble when he saw all the S&M rings hanging in the window.
Ugh. Bring such a plan to your house tonight.
No, I don't want it.
Monotone man has
I don't believe in
spoken.
black magic.
Place your bets, folks. What will kill the fatty first? Lung cancer? Diabetes? Liver failure?
Diabetes right here. $100.
Someone's car alarm's going off out there.
I hate living this close to the trailer park.
Would you shut up over there?
Thank God the moonlight follows me, or it'd be dark as hell out here.
Ding 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 ding
You know where to find me if you need me.
Covered in sweat watching my nude Greco-Roman wrestling tapes.
I need attention.
I closed the Van Gelder case today, officially.
Turns out he's dead.
Death?
The jackhammer's ringing.
Hello?
They didn't really like things to happen in movies back then, did they? Where's this deodorant bin?
What's the matter with you?
Sympathetic irritation or weakness of the ocular nerve.
I don't understand a word.
It's what sentences are made
To
of?
me like a...
Are you wearing the Madonna bra, or is it just that cold in here?
There's nothing between Viet and me, and you know it.
Except his
Doesn't matter,
penis.
I don't care. I can climb as if I had wings.
Swim as if I had ears. We are the three amigos.
And me. But mostly worse.
You know, I liked this scene better when it was in the other 5 rooms we've already seen it in.
You said you'd always remind me that you love me.
That was only so I could play with your mysterious lady parts.
Well, how can we find them at nighttime?
It's well lit out there, don't worry.
I know my jungle.
Man, if the plot had been half as thick as this jungle, this movie might have actually been good enough to suck.
Fools, I will regain my strength by drinking this tar.
Now, unlike Mystery Science Theater, because of the shortness of this episode only clocks in at just under an hour 20, there are only 2 mid-movie host segments. And for the first one, Rick finds a chainsaw, and he thinks he's going to get out of the cine-a-sorrow theater. Let's just say, if he were to get out of the cine-a-sorrow theater, we wouldn't have a show.
Incoming!
All right, guys. Well, I think that was the last of them. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I just couldn't take watching that crappy movie anymore, you know?
Man, that was the goriest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, you know, nobody makes Rikk Wolf watch a crappy movie against his will, especially some tired old mad scientist archetype.
Yeah, we showed him who's boss in this theater.
Yeah, nobody puts us in a corner.
There are about 50,646 people in this city, realistically assuming that 90% have been zombified. That makes roughly 45,581.4 flesh eaters waiting outside the doors for you. Do you really think that you'll last 5 minutes against an army of thousands with that pitiful little hedge trimmer? I'm going to open the front security shutters, and you just have a little look-see at what you can do.
Bring it, Doc. We're not afraid of a multitude of Bensteins.
Yeah, we're not afraid of some stupid zombies anyway.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, bring it, man. We got this. Ooh,
See what happens.
raise your shutters.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hey, see what happens.
Sweet Jesus on a stick.
I'm out of here.
We've got zombie signal.
And the second mid-movie host segment talks about a phenomenon from this movie, Bride of the Gorilla. And because it seems like the more plants there were in the movie, the darker the ambience would get. So Rick and the bots demonstrate that with a few potted plants they found around the theater.
So I brought this zippy little houseplant to spruce the place up a little bit.
Got it.
Yeah, that's great, Cylon, really. Awesome.
Something wrong with the lights
here?
here?
Up there?
What is that? I don't know.
Hey, Rick.
What?
Why don't you take a look down here? Get a little something for you.
All right. Oh, great. What a plant.
I thought this cute little potted plant would liven the place up.
Where are the lights again?
The hell?
As a gesture of good faith, and to show that I am not entirely without benevolence, I've sent you all down a lovely potted weeping fig. Hope it brings you comfort and serenity in your ensuing sequestrament.
Oh, gee, thanks, Doc. You really shouldn't, have.
The plants are making it darker in here.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of this. It's the reason all the jungle shots in the movie are so dark. Yeah, it's called photosynthesis. It's where too much plant life absorbs all the light in the air.
And the episode closes out with Topsy deciding to feel inspired from the witch woman in the movie, and he basically gets one of those magical twigs or whatever, and no one believes Topsy. Rule number 1 with ICWXP: always believe Topsy.
Topsy, what the hell are you doing?
What's it look like?
It looks like you're worshiping a sickly tree branch that someone stuck in a cheap plastic pot.
That just goes to show you how much you know.
Oh, I see what's going on here. It's that damn plant from the movie, the penguin plant or whatever.
Oh, yeah. I can't believe in this crap. Where the hell did you even get this thing?
Uh-oh. Hey, look, there's an internet receipt here from voodoobotany.com. Huh.
Sold. 1 petty guam plant. Impress your friends by hexing them into ape form with the jungle's curse using the plant of evil.
Knock it off, Topsy. You look ridiculous. You obviously got ripped off anyways.
Yeah, I mean, this looks nothing like the plant in the movie. It's just a tree branch that someone stuck in a plastic pot.
Yeah, and it's making the room all dark.
Yeah, okay, man, whatever. Look, I'm gonna go get started on a raisinette, Angor, or Watt. Sure. You guys have fun.
You don't really believe that crap, do you? It's not really gonna turn anybody into a gorilla.
Look at you. I had never envisioned that my experiment would have such immediate effects. That one's stapling cucumbers to his eyes, and the other one's building Cambodian temples out of snack foods. You're all completely mad. Sorry?
Oh, forget you. Rick and I are going to band together and march right down to your lab and kick your ass, right, Rick? 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 Oh my God!
So, for this little special detour, Incognito Cinema Warriors XP, episode 101, Bride of the Gorilla, what do we think of it? Okay, if you can ignore the fact that there's a laugh track, this episode's a riot. I love this episode. Seriously, Rick, is it just the laugh track? Seriously, what is your issue with this episode? This episode is fucking hilarious. And yes, I said fucking. Because Rick, this was great. Why won't you just put this available again? Seriously. All you need to do is just ignore that there's a laugh track. That's the only thing I can find wrong with this episode is there's a laugh track. I mean, the skits are funny, the character introductions are funny, the back and forth between Rick and the bots is hilarious. The riffs are on target, rapid fire, right on. Rick, I told you you'd probably be, if you're watching this, I told you you'd be surprised at what I have to say about this. Bride of the Gorilla, your riffing of that it's really funny. Don't sell yourself short. After all, remember, there was a time when Bride of the Gorilla was the only ICWXP episode. It got popular somehow. For something about the episode, caused enough people to like it that you went ahead and did a 102, and a 103, and a 104, and a season 2. I mean, yeah, it's not up to the production levels of season 2, but none of season 1 is. Well, except maybe 104, and even then, it's kind of But this as an homage to Mystery Science Theater, it works, and it works well. Set this episode free. Let the coggers view it. It's great. It's awesome. I love it. So, yeah. And let me tell you, this is now the longest episode of MSTie Review. I can tell that just by talking right now, because just my talking sections take up about 11, 12 minutes. So you figure in, the clips of the show? Yeah. Rick, don't be embarrassed by this episode. It's hilarious. Next up, we're going to get back to the main show, Mystery Science Theater 3000, as we start Season 1 with The Crawling Eye. Until then, I am DJ Particle, and I am signing off. Boom.